Hello and welcome. You join me, AG, for the Manufacturers race. So I've already done the Nations Cup race tonight, and this is the second one. The Manufacturers. I've picked BMW. It's absolutely terrible around this track, so hopefully I can get some kind of performance out of it for a reasonable qualifying lap. But I'm not hoping, I'm not thinking this is going to be an easy race. It's in the wet, it's at Red Bull. Little warm-up session before qualifying starts. Running with TC on setting 2. Got a 15-lap race around the Red Bull track in the wet, so it should definitely be an interesting one, probably a really long one and quite slow at times. The braking into that corner in particular is so extended compared to what it would be in the dry. Just trying to concentrate. So we've got broken bloody sentences. Struggling for traction at all times. Can't get any power down whatsoever. Qualifying will be an interesting one. So let's see how we go. Really not hopeful for this one. Could really do with turning the TC off. It's hindering me so badly, but at the same time, as soon as I've tried it, I just spam, and I've got 15 laps to get through, so if I've got any chance of spinning, I don't really want to be doing it. Took ages to let me out of the pits for some reason. That's no bad thing. I won't be right at the front, in between everyone. I'm going to pull off to the left here as well, wait for a few more people to come past. Pretty much drop right to the back. To really crawl around that corner. It feels like you should be able to go faster, but I can't. Not in this beamer. People littering the side of the track as they go off. Don't get in my way. People all over the place. Oh, going a bit wide. Oh, don't pick up a penalty. Oh, I have as well. Oh, bloody hell. Well, that's no good. Might not hurt me in the wet quite as much as it would do in the dry, the penalty. Still not great, obviously, but means I've got to go through third gear twice almost. Really struggling for any traction in this beamer. Not the bestest laps that I've done, but this guy's going to ruin it if I'm not careful. Massive kick of oversteer as I come through the exit, so into fifth. I could do with getting past this guy and getting another fast lap in. Oh, the risk of contact with him made me put too much steering angle in. Just lost the car a little bit, lost all momentum and speed. I might as well do what this guy's doing and just pull out of the way. Spot ourselves in this little gap in between these cars and go from here. The worry is though, I've got the guy that's in 16th in front, so he might be slowing all over the place at some point. Bit of a slide going on. Ultra cautious for the last two corners. Miles down. th place at the moment. It's not good. I've only got realistically one lap after this, and I might not even get a chance to finish that. Don't know whether to mess about with the traction control a bit more. Don't feel like I'm getting the most out of the car with the setting that I've got. At the same time, I don't want to be spinning and wasting my lap. Almost consider putting more on. Oh, it's a bit deep. I broke a bit early, so I lifted off the brakes a little bit, and I just did it for a little bit too long. That's a bad corner, lost myself a bit of time through there. Just does not want to steer properly, this thing. Get any power down at all. I just noticed I've turned the TC up to see if it's any better, higher, and then I've got it. See if it actually keeps the power down a bit more consistently, not really. Bit of an incident there between those two guys. This is my last chance now to improve. I'm in 8th position at the moment. Whoa, weird kick of. Oh, that's nice. I just completely, from the traction control, that kick there, not even anything I did wrong. Just on full power and it just went on me. Kicked one way and then the other. As it gave me a bit of power, as it found some traction on the track somewhere. Oh, it's doing it again. This car is terrible around this track in the wet. I'm gonna have to try at some point in the race to get this TC turned off, because it's almost undrivable with traction control on, but almost undrivable without it as well. Anyway, that's ruined that last lap, so no improvement. 10th it is. 11th, could get beaten again as well. Absolutely absolutely terrifying from that qualifying is this race. Not looking forward to it at all now. So 1.8 down on the RSR Porsche 911. Nothing to change. Thinking what can I change to improve it, but there is nothing. No names are recognised from looking through. Don't know why I always expect to see someone in here that I know or recognise from some kind of league or something. But nope. But they're so dramatic, these entrance things. Wow. "15 laps coming up. It's not going to be an easy one to make it through." Painstakingly along this introduction. Right, nearly fell asleep. This traction control is going to annoy me, I know it is. I'm just going to try and keep it clean and hope that people go off in front of me and don't affect me when they do it. Got the run on the game 10th place, so I take 10th momentarily. Oh, bit of contact in front. Puts me to 9th place, one other guy out now. Guys are off up front, further ahead. Whoa, sliding all over. Guy in front leave him in absolutely nowhere to go there really, trying to cover all lines from it. So I ended up tapping him a little bit. All sorts of chaos going on behind by the look of it. Really got to be careful into there on the brakes. Feels like you're on the brakes forever, but it's necessary. Same down here. Getting close to the guy in front. My car just want to kick so much through there, it just loses me all momentum. Can't really do anything about it either. Oh, that's a penalty. Maybe not. Maybe I got away with it, just about. I don't know how, but I got away with that one. Wasn't expecting that guy to be so close. Going for the inside line, so I'll back off and give him a bit of room to avoid any contact. Oh god, skidding across the track through no fault of my own because of the water. Still at my side, just about got in front of him before the corner. Hit me. Struggling so far to make up any time on the guy in front. I had him for a little bit and dropped off a little bit and I'm struggling to get back to him. Going a little bit deep. stroke of concentrating here just to keep this going without having an incident. Why did I say anything? Before I even said what I was going to say, then it all started. Nothing to do with me saying it, to be fair. Don't believe in such things like that. I just got a bit scrappy, lost the rear end a little bit. That was the consequence. Come on, for God's sake, stop cutting in traction control, you're killing me. I'm gonna go brave. Very, very stupid probably, but I'm gonna... No, I'm not actually. It's gonna ruin my race if I do. Carry on. Had a couple of laps there, losing a few positions. Oh no, what is going on now? What was that coming out of there? I just can't predict what this car's gonna do. It's horrible to drive in this in these wet conditions. Don't know, some people might like this Beamer in these around this track in the wet, but not for me. I like to get through that corner without stopping altogether, it feels like. Oh my god. Fighting the wheel all the time for a bit of traction wherever you can find it. There's one good side to the wet conditions. Don't really suffer that much tyre wear. I'm going to have to move the brake bias to the front though, as it is wearing more at the back, and obviously that's where I need the traction for the tyres to get some power down. So I moved it to the front instead. Probably actually helped me out massively, and I'll realise all of a sudden I should have had it like that the whole time. Try and prevent any more tyre wear than I need at the rear. Come on. So frustrating when you can't get going. You just get little tiny bits of grip here, there and everywhere, but it doesn't really get you going properly as you'd like to. The engine don't work quite as well as you'd expect, and it just don't feel right. It's annoying. Now crucially we're halfway through or thereabouts in this race, and I've still got over half a tank of fuel, so should be able to get away without a pit stop unless I really need it for the tyres. Is it me or does it feel like it's brightening up? I know it doesn't even have dynamic weather, but it seems a bit brighter. control this corner better and better. Roll it out into the exit a bit more. The guy in front's had a bit of a... something's gone wrong and he's into the wall. So it gives me a chance to sneak past into 9th place. Nice and calmly. He's quite close behind me though, saying that, so still got a bit of a worry about him coming back at me now. Oh, all sorts of steering issues going on out of there. So 9th place, 6 laps left. See if we can make any more places up, but I doubt it. Don't think I'm really closing in on the guys in front. If anything, I'm just trying to keep my 9th place. The guy that's behind me has already overtaken me and then made the mistake and dropped back, so I'm expecting to see him again at some point. Oh god. Stop, kick it in. It's really frustrating in the rain. I can't imagine what it must be like having looked forward to a race for maybe a full season if it's a particular favourite track of yours, and then getting there and it being rain and it's a particularly good track if it's dry. It must be absolutely devastating in real life. Oh, that's a little bit deep on the brakes. I have to wait a little bit to get it turned in a bit longer. If he comes again, this guy, I'm just going to let him pass. He's faster than me at the end of the day, so we'll try and hold him off for as long as possible, but if he's coming, he's coming. I might as well try and avoid the contact and just admit defeat. Part of me trying to be a wise racing or sim racer, not always just after the positions, trying to be clever about it as well, and me battling away with this guy and driving all defensive is just going to slow me down even more to the guy behind him and lose my time to potentially capitalise on a mistake that could still happen up front. So if he don't get the better drive than me out of here. Oof, big kick. Gone defensive on him after saying all that, just literally because where the kicks ended up putting me on track really more than anything. Kicks of oversteer I'm talking about. I'll give him the inside line here if he can take it. He's not got the chance. Just cannot get the power down out of there, it's so frustrating. Still got a little gap to him, he's disappeared off my radar. If he gets a decent run out of this first corner, then I'll let him go down the straight. He's got me this time, so I'll give him the inside line. He's already done it. Just need to make sure I don't hit him now. Is there going to be any pit stops from anyone as well? Anyone up front actually going to stop? Maybe give us a position? I'm hoping for anything at the moment. I'm struggling to do anything with my own pace and the way this car handles. Guy in front's getting similar kicks like I am by the look of it. Really hard to control. Now I'm getting hustled by the guy behind as well. Oh, the guy in front's lost it again. Feels like an eternity this race. Still worried about this guy behind. Keeps making mistakes and then putting the pressure on from behind again as he drops back with his mistakes. Couple more laps to hang it out in front of this guy and I've got hopefully a 9th place. It's not as exactly as well as I expected or wanted to do tonight, should I say. Expected is a strong word because it implies that you've got some kind of knowledge of who you're going to be racing against. At the end of the day, when you're in these random races in FIA, you could end up doing the qualifying lap of your life and coming 20th, so you never really know. Still just about hanging on to this guy behind before he takes his 9th place back again. I just hope he does it cleanly whenever he does it. Oh my god, traction control absolutely killing me there. So I'm going to let him go now, otherwise it's going to be risky. Didn't want to risk any contact there and put us both off. There was 20 people in this race when it started, so I'm still halfway up the field, although I would have liked to have been higher. That's the way it goes sometimes. I haven't really made that many mistakes or anything, just Can't seem to get any pace out of the car overall. Probably because of the traction control, but I just can't seem to drive this Beamer without it in the rain. Second to last lap until it's getting late. Oh god, I tried and tried and tried to not go into the back of him then. Harder and harder on the brakes, but it just wouldn't stop for me. Slowed down and let him go anyway. Bad mistake from me there though. Felt like I didn't go that late on the brakes either, really. Just we either went a bit early or I just got a bit caught out somehow. Maybe that's over and done with. Try and stick with him and not lose my 10th place now. That's the most important thing. That's wide through there. Get the frigging power down. Come on. Rear tyres have gone too much on me now, they're giving me grief just on their own, never mind the wet. Combination of them going a little bit in the rain is a tricky one to compete with. Not gonna lie. Going towards the end of the last lap. Just trying to keep it clean, and I've got my 10th place. Just hope the guy in front makes a mistake. But I doubt it. Not when he doesn't have to push, I'm nowhere near him. Well, quite enjoyable, but very slow last race. Race should I say. Oh, I'm tired, I need to go to bed, keep making mistakes. So yeah, I didn't feel like I did too much wrong there, but finishing in 10th place. Good job from the first guy, just led from the start I think. I'll have to take that. That'll do. Anyway, without much further ado, I'm going to call it a day. I've been ADG, thank you very much for watching if you have done. And I'll see you again soon, hopefully. Take care, and yeah, I'll soon have MRC and SimFX race replay with commentary videos coming, so look out for them if you're interested. And yeah, like I say, see you again soon. Take care, bye.